What's going on, everybody? Thank you for coming through once again and hanging out with me. I'm Blacker 120, and this is Home World Order.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? I feel like I didn't even need the voice changer for that mask. It's a pretty dope mask, the Optimus voice changer mask. Got it at a lucky thrift store find. So, keep an eye out on them thrift stores and everything. And oddly enough, it wasn't even by the toys where I located that. It was over by the sporting equipment. They had placed this by the helmets, the baseball helmets and football helmets. So it was a great lucky find. But thank you everybody again for coming through and hanging out with me. This is gonna be entitled, this episode we're gonna title Knock It Off. This is gonna be part one of Knock It Off. I have a few blasters, a couple blasters I wanna bring out, but this is gonna be part one. And the basis of this Knock It Off is to talk about blasters that are a direct knockoff of creator from a 3D creator or from a popular company. So these blasters are knockoffs. And the first blaster I decided to go with is possibly, in my eyes, the most copied and cloned blaster on the market right now, and one of the most popular copied blasters. I feel like this is the Lizzy Gecko, not the original Gecko by the creator Adrian. This is a knockoff blaster. It is similar to the original Gecko with some minor differences, and but it is not affiliated with the original creator other than just copying his idea. Now, when I got this blaster last year, and it was when I was getting back into collecting and everything like that. And when I saw this, I immediately was like, this is super cool, super dope. And I didn't know about Adrian at first. I didn't know about the original blaster. When I bought this blaster, I just saw a price on Amazon, and even then at the time I was like $60 for a blaster. That's absurd. Not knowing, mind you, all of this is pre-blaster knowledge. This is all PBK, pre-blaster knowledge, that I didn't know the price, how much stuff goes for in this hobby sport. I was not aware at the time. So $60 isn't nothing really, considering depending on the performance of a blaster. But this blaster right here, performance wise and everything, first let's get into the cosmetics of this blaster. It has a top short tactical rail where a red dot sight that was included with the blaster would go, and it has a under rail underneath here that you can fit attachments onto as well. The blaster is a top slide blaster, top prime slide blaster. You don't slide the whole thing back. At first, you got to start with sliding this white part right here, which would push down the safety here and allow you to pull the whole top back. And it expose a metal barrel, I believe aluminum barrel. The spring feels heavy on it, but it wasn't that hard shooting. It's decent, but it wasn't as hard. That sounded a lot harder than the other shots, and it was a muzzle load. But it came with a few of these dinky, I have my little corny little wish thing that I got from my sister-in-law's birthday for her daughter, my niece, which is pretty cool. It had sand, a little note in the bottle. They had a nice little mermaid theme, beach theme. It was pretty cool. So I like to keep little things like this. So it came with a couple of these little darts. They were, I believe, 31 millimeter or 35 millimeter. There's a different sizes in the darts. I'm not 100% sure, but they do sell things to cut your darts down so you can cut them to the size you need. But it came with these darts, and I'm not a fan of these darts at all. These darts are not like the regular darts you would get First off, the tips of these darts are made of a hard plastic, not a foam or something that would be less, cause less pain if hit by it. And also, I wouldn't suggest using these darts at all outside and anywhere in the area where you may have a lawnmower or any sort of rotary tool that can hit one of these and turn this into a projectile. So also, I would not use these outside for that purpose as well. Other than that, the darts suck. So you can use these to fire at the garbage, or these are darts like you don't care if they fall around the floor because you plan on sweeping up and throwing them in the garbage. Basically, the garbage should be the final destination for these darts all around. They are not that good. I'm not a fan of it. I'm sorry about the lighting. I tried to see if I could do it without turning the light on because it was nice outside. But in Jersey, the seasons change throughout the day. So a little bit earlier, it was looking real summertime outside, and now it's like it's turning to almost snowstorm. So what I'm gonna do, pardon me for a second, I'm gonna go turn the light on so y'all can see me. I feel like y'all can see me. I'm looking at the camera from this side, but I'm seeing the darkness fade. So let's just go ahead and hit that light and eliminate all of that hassle and problem. All right, let's get back with it. So this blaster right here, I had a lot of fun with it. It was pretty fun to play with, but again, this blaster was designed by the 3D creator Adrian, and it is a knockoff of his design and his hard work, and he receives no compensation, no credits from the people who get the blasters or things like that. And you know, that's just really not right. So if you can afford to get the blaster from Adrian, or you have a 3D printer and you purchase the files, go right on ahead and do that. It is a great blaster, not this one, the real one from Adrian. This blaster also, the magazine, does not take angle Talon mags like the original Gecko does from Adrian. This is a knockoff. This takes only magazines that are for this blaster from Tovo Zerky. So that right there sucks. I really don't like proprietary magazines. I like universal magazines, being able to change them out. So that's really all I want to do on this, because like I said, these are knockoffs. But you know what? It is what it is. Let's put this off to the side. Honorable mention, not talk bad about the blaster. This is an honorable mention. Quick one. This is a blaster I bought last year as well. This was the second handle in-hand magazine blaster I purchased, and I got this for about 18 bucks. I wanted to do it as a comparison to the knockoff Gecko that I had for $60 at the time. And this blaster does not perform as well. The magazine takes 31 millimeters. It'll come with these two, the darts that I cannot stand. It comes with the 31 millimeter darts. It comes with some of these and the suction tip darts as well. The suction tip darts, to me, it seems like a cool thing, like a blast from the past or whatever, but they suck because they never stick to anything that you want them to. So, but this blaster right here, I will say one thing about this blaster, and the reason why I'm saying it's an honorable mention. The sights on this blaster is what I love about this blaster, regardless of the fact that, also it has a decent look to it, like a futuristic, a future pistol style type, like sci-fi pistol blaster. But the sights on this blaster, they're not like other sights that are on other blasters where they're straight to mimic their real counterparts. The sights on this blaster, actually, when you line them up, it puts the dart in a position, it puts the blaster in a position to give you a more accurate shot. It gives you more accuracy than you would have had with this. Here, you automatically know you have to aim up slightly. The darts aren't going to fly in a perfect straight line. Higher FPS, yes, the darts will travel straighter for a longer distance. With the lower FPSs, as this blaster does have a lower FPS, they designed the sights on this blaster, which this is a kid-friendly blaster, and all other kid-friendly blasters should take a note from this, so that when you aim the blaster, if you hold the blaster straight and you look down between the sights, from the rear sights, you will not see the front sight. But if you start to angle the blaster up, and when you get the front sights right where they're supposed to be, this blaster will be in the position to give you better accuracy. This is a cool design that they came up with for this blaster. I feel like somebody at the company had a degree in physics. When I went to go back to see about this blaster, I don't think the company's no longer in business. I'm not sure. The company's name was Besbro, Besbro. I went back and checked it through my purchase, my past orders on Amazon. And when you click on it, it's like, you know, you get the little golden retriever with the oops, something went wrong and stuff like that. And it's no longer there. So I feel like maybe the guy who had a degree in physics decided to take it somewhere else. And, you know, but this was a pretty cool blaster, little cheap one, but I don't think it's no longer available. If you happen to see it out there thrifting and everything like that, you know, pick it up. It is a pretty cool one. Just keep in mind that the darts are 31 millimeters, that normal Adventure 4s and normal short darts that you would normally buy will not fit into this blaster, into the magazine of this blaster. They will fire, but once you try to start loading, once you load the second one in, it will not fit. It will get stuck in here and just rub against the edges. It will not work. But this blaster is a pretty cool blaster, and like I said, it's safe even with these death darts, if you want to call them that. I just don't like these darts. They suck. But even with those darts, the blaster is pretty decent, and it's safe for kids. So I hope everybody's been having a good time. We're getting around to the hungry holiday. I'm looking forward to the dishes that my wife is going to put together. I would love to see what you guys are putting together for the holidays. What are some of your favorite things? What is the one thing that, you know what, I would love to hear. What is something that you see at the holiday on the table every year and you can't understand why? Because nobody likes it. Because every family has that. I feel like every family has that. Every family has that dish that gets brought to events and gatherings that nobody touches. But every event and gathering, that dish somehow makes its way there. The haunted dish, like, it just follows you everywhere you go. But, you know, until next time, I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, follow, turn on your notifications. I'm still trying to figure out a time I could try to get some lives together, or when I could go live. It may be, like, as I said, it's going to have to be random, sporadic. And if you tune in and catch it, hope we have a good conversation and exchange. I'll try to be engageful as possible. So I appreciate you guys, and thank you for joining me.